In light of the possible knife being found on O.J. Simpson's former property, questions are being asked about the forensic evidence.
Yeah, that knife was allegedly found almost 20 years ago, so could evidence still exist?
Well, revelations about a knife being found at Simpson's former Brentwood estate are raising all sorts of questions and some skepticism, of course. A construction worker at the estate said he found the knife and turned it over to an officer in the late 90s, but the knife was just turned over to the LAPD last month. It's now undergoing forensic testing, and CBS 2's Cruz has more on that.
Could a knife buried and found at O.J. Simpson's Rockingham house years ago still contain DNA evidence if the knife was used in the double murders?
If it were put in a place where it didn't get regular moisture, maybe was underneath a tree where it didn't get a lot of sunlight or heat, the possibility exists.
Dr. Monty Wayne Miller, with a graduate degree in biochemistry, who's not affiliated with the O.J. case, says how the knife was stored after it was found is what matters when it comes to preserving DNA.
If it was wrapped inside a piece of plastic, it might be good for a long period of time. In little nooks and crannies, perhaps, that stayed dry, you might be able to find some DNA.
Gil Carrillo, a retired L.A. Sheriff's homicide detective with 38 years in the business, also not connected to the case, weighs in.
I can't tell you if there's anything there, but I couldn't tell you that there's nothing there. You know, you have to go ahead and test it and find it, totally dependent on how the item that you're going to test has been preserved.
A retired Riverside County coroner said if he were working the case, he would pull up the old autopsy reports to compare the wounds with the blade of the knife to see if there were any consistencies there. In Riverside, I'm Cruz, CBS 2 News.